Ugh. Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino food review. Today we are looking at this guy right here, which is the Julian Bakery Paleo protein bar. This one's the vanilla cake. So I just finished my workout just, 10 minutes ago. Let's get the protein bar in you, right? So what do we have here? 20 grams of proteins, 1 gram of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs, 180 calories. So if we go to the back here, we'll get the ingredients and everything out of the way. Now, most of the carbs in this will be dietary fiber, just like all the others. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this. I'm blind and all, so let's see here. So, 26 grams altogether? 21 of them is dietary fiber? Is that what it says? I'm blind, I can't see that. Fuck me. There we go. Egg white protein, tapioca powder, blah, 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 blah. You hear that? This thing is hard as a fucking rock. And no, it's not expired. It's just hard as a motherfucking rock. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. There was one of these bars that were soft, and the rest of them are basically, let's destroy your teeth. So, turn it back this way. There you go. It's hard as a motherfucking rock. I'm a pretty strong guy, guys. And, that is not what should happen with the protein bar. Not what should happen at all. Good day, Mr. Angus Wangus. You never showed up. You never showed up and joined us. We were there till like 8:30. No, Mr. Angus Wangus. So if I was to try to bite this, yeah, no, not gonna happen. That actually hurt. So we did the cinnamon one. The cinnamon one was fine. It was soft. It was malleable. This guy, not so much. I do have another one of the cinnamon ones in my coat. Again, soft and malleable, easy to chew, easy to eat. Now, I remember from the last one I had that I ate as I went to a work meeting. If you flatten them out, you get a little softer and easier to chew. Dry, chewy. Not as dirty as the other ones, though. The other ones had that, like, almost dirt flavor to them. Not so much with this. Does it taste like cake, per se? No. No, it doesn't. What's that, Randolph? That's fine, sir. Yeah, so I don't know. It's not the worst tasting of them all, but holy fuck are these things hard as a rock. The box, as well as the labels, say they're good for another year. So they're just hard as a motherfucking rock. Price, $27 for 12. About average compared to other protein bars. Protein shakes are actually the cheaper way to go, making your own with like whey protein and stuff. However, the whey protein doesn't have all the dietary fiber that this stuff does. I'm gonna shit like a champ tonight if I can finally get all this shit in my body. Tastes good. Hard as rock. You have to work on it to get it in you. I've contemplated heating them up. Taking them to work and microwaving them and seeing how that goes. Since I don't have a microwave here, I do have a toaster oven. But I don't think that's going to be exactly what I need. I think that heating them up might be worthwhile. Doggies are good. They're outside right now. They weren't happy with me today. You can hear them outside wrestling with each other. Yeah, I just choked on a piece of protein bar. Yep, that happened. So, yeah. What's going on, Brian? Nope, back outside they go. So yeah, they weren't happy with me today. Today I was working, today I started using the mace. As you saw when I unboxed it, it was a 20-pound mace. I probably should have gone a 5 or a 10-pound mace to start with, just to get the proper movements right. But with the amount that a mace costs, especially since you're buying it in the US and it has to get shipped across the border, with the amount that those things cost, I figured I'd go right to the 20-pound. I'm going to buy the 25-pound quad mace at some point in time. But really, the difference between the quad mace and the regular mace is the length of the stick. It's a real long stick, so it makes resistance a lot more. But I bought the 20, and I'm going to buy the 25, and that's going to be the only 2 maces I buy, and I'm just going to have to fiddle through the usage of them. I have to start doing the workouts outside, so the maces will only be good for me in the spring, summer, and fall. I won't be able to use them in the winter because my ceilings aren't high enough unless I take them somewhere else. But since I don't drive, that ain't happening. I could possibly do them in the garage, possibly, if I stand the right way, because the garage is all open rafters. Now, the good thing, if I do Persian clubs, is they're short enough that I can use them in the house. Get to those comments in a second, just trying to get some more of this protein bar down. It's not working too well. Again, tastes fine. Hard as a fucking rock. I might not have them here right now, Allie, but I did have 3 kids of my own. I understand the kids stuff. Well, I had someone over last night that whined that my house was too cold. I keep my house at 60 in the winter and about 72 in the summer. So, it was warm enough last night that at 60 the furnace did not kick on. The whole time I've been online right now, my back door has been wide open, and the dogs have been coming in and out. That's how it is outside. I'm going to have to go out and scoop all the poo tomorrow because it's going to start softening. It's going to start softening quite a bit. Yeah, so, Brian, it's not a bad bar. It's just, like I said, it's hard as a motherfucking rock. Can't even bend it now that it's smaller. I'm not even joking. That's how hard this shit is. Holy fuck. That actually winded me a bit. Fuck. And you're supposed to chew this shit. That's the thing, Ali. Like I said, I have to play with them for a while before I can eat them, which is unfortunate because I need the protein bars to get the extra protein for what I'm doing physically. But with the diet I'm on to try and get rid of the rest of the adipose that's all over my body, which is fat, I have to eat these and not regular protein bars. Regular protein bars you can eat a lot easier, but they have so many carbs that you kick in your insulin. You kick in insulin production, which is why you end up building fat when you eat high carbs. I'm trying not to build that insulin store. I'm trying to not kick the insulin in, so I try to stay below 20 net carbs a day. So this is 4 net carbs. The protein shake I did earlier was 4 net carbs, so I'm at 8 net carbs as of this point of the day. By the time I'm done my dinner at work, I'll be at 12 net carbs because I'll have some carrots and some other veggies in there that have some carbs in them. So I mean, it's watching that more than my calories, but I mean, this is what I need. This is the shit I need, but I can't eat it. I can't eat. I gotta figure out how. I'm gonna warm one up at work. But playing with them makes them a lot more malleable. But do you want to sit here and play with them the entire time? I've had one in my pocket one day for 8 hours and it was still hard. So it's not body heat per se. Dave, if I had to guess, it's because it's what it's made out of. It's all egg white protein, tapioca powder, and vegetable seed protein. There's just 4 ingredients in this shit. So this is the second bar I did this with. The first bar was the cinnamon twist. It actually didn't taste bad at all. It went down a lot easier than this one. Out of 10 on this. If we're looking at taste, I'd say 6.5. It's above average for a protein bar. If we're looking at convenience or anything like that, it's a fucking 0. Because, yeah. Just cause. things coming up. Maple Ruskies here next week. We're going to go and brew at Cayman Kettle. It's Thursday and Friday he'll be here. So we'll probably do some live streaming of games and stuff. We might even do... He's a younger bloke. He's in his very early 20s, and I'm a much older man who has gone through his own little difficulties and all that. So we might have a live stream chat too. We might talk about movies and this and that and anything else that would be intriguing to people. I kind of want to I want to get to know him a little better. I mean, we got to know him when he was here, but I mean, what makes you tick, Maple Rusky? How much old stuff are you into, being as young as you are? I'm being a Rusky. When I'm coming to town, I'm actually not going all the way out to Kitchener-Waterloo, but there was talk about in 2 weeks going and doing the same thing we did at Breakwall at one or possibly even two of the breweries in Hamilton. I'd love to do them in Kitchener as well because there's so many good breweries there. Kitchener-Waterloo has Innocente. They have Abe Herb. They have Descendants. They have twice Together We're Bitter. Together We're Bitter is an amazing place to go. I wonder if my name is still on the bathroom wall. I graffitied the bathroom wall in my horrible, horrible writing. Look at that for a second. Okay. Now, we're not eating these today, but here's what's left in our box. We have sweet cream, which just doesn't sound right at all. Sunflower butter. That's another sunflower butter, so put that over there. That would mean the one in my jacket pocket might be having to be reviewed. I also have chocolate brownie. So, and every one of these ones are hard as a motherfucking rock, but good for another year. What time is it? It's 5:01. I have to take a shower before work, so yes, Brian, they allowed me in the washroom there. That was before breweries started denying me access to their washrooms. That was long before I was denied from the washrooms. For those of you that don't know, there's a running joke. At an Oktoberfest at the Cayman Kettle, I showed up before they opened up to help them do a little bit of setup and stuff, and I went in and I took a dump. And I took this dump. This was the day after I did the 1-chip challenge from Paqui with 2 chips, so 2 Carolina Reaper chips. And I went in and I almost died in that washroom. And they all vacated the brewery. They all being Dave, Todd, Kyle, Blair, Chad, the other Chad. They all vacated the brewery because of what I did, and said I was never allowed in there again. No rhinos allowed. Then I went back a few months later, and I took a picture in the washroom there. I took a picture in the washroom there. I posted it on Instagram, and it was me holding some toilet paper and saying I may or may not have done something. And the response from the Cayman Kettle, and this was Dave responding, was like, "Dude!" Dave being the owner. Didn't say anything but dude. Then I took a picture in the washroom of Plan B that same day and posted it. And he made a comment on that. "What the hell are you doing?" And then I took a picture in the washroom of... Oh shit, somebody's here. I need to put some pants on. 1 second, guys. Ooh. Well, that was fun. Yeah, that was fun. So, yeah. Idiot 1 and 2 here. These two right here were loose. Now, the reason that's a problem is we live on the busiest street in Niagara Falls. So, the fact that they were loose could have been very bad. How they got loose, I don't know. All of a sudden, my back gate was open. And that's a gate that they can't get open. They're not tall enough for that. So I don't know what ended up happening. I was kind of curious. It was very quiet. But protein bar is not that great. I agree there, Randolph. The lucky thing is they're both very well trained. So as soon as I walked out of the gate and yelled their names, they both came running to me. I got them on the corner of the street right behind me. You guys were into something. You found something in one of the neighbors' yards. You smell like dead fish. You smell like dead fish. Anyway, I got to go to work. So goodbye, everybody.